smart. Thank you. All right, I hope everybody can see me. I wish I could see you guys better because I want you to be able, as I stand up here and speak to you tonight, I wish I could see you all right in the eye and you can see me back because I believe you can read a lot from a person, whether they're being sincere or not, how you look in their eyes when they speak to you. And as I'm standing up here, I'm so excited to be here. I've been here many times in the past, working businesses throughout Europe, starting here in the UK, and it is truly a dream come true that we get to bring Momentis to you. And I'm going to tell you something, when I tell you that we think about you guys every day, we think about you in the morning, we think about you at night, we've been dreaming about this moment to at least get over here and start giving you some of the information. I'm not always thinking great thoughts, because I think when you start talking network marketing with anyone and you leave a gap between what the company actually puts the information out and from other reps, I don't know if you guys have it here in the UK, but in the game we put with kids in the US, you tell one kid at a circle one thing, and by the time he gets around, you ever seen that? It's totally different.
Chinese whispers.
Yeah, right? It's a Chinese whisper game. You actually have a name for it? That's it? That's great. Well, that's what happened with Momentis. So many people have got so many different ideas about what's going to happen. But I want to just kind of set the record straight here, because I think it's important to everyone in this room that wants to create an income for their families, especially people that have the dream of someday being financially free. We started Momentis with the idea that we would bring to people an honest, fair business, one that makes sense. We never wanted to be the fastest growing company in network marketing, even though we are. We never thought we were going to grow to $200 million in the first year since Mike Adams and myself took over, but we did. And one of the reasons why I think that's happened is because people are reacting to the idea that this is real. So when you see our presentation, when you see our numbers, we're not fluffing anything. We're not giving you things that we hope we get to do. You know, we have some other things we still have to do to kind of get things ready here legally, not in this manner, but other things, you know, for being a commodity seller here in the United Kingdom. But the point is that when we say something at Momentis, we mean it. And when we say that you're going to build an income that's going to last and be there and that's going to someday be worldwide, we mean it. When I tell you that it's going to be difficult because it's network marketing, I mean it. It's not easy. And I've been doing this industry, I've been a proud network marketer for almost 19 years, 18 and a half years. And there have been so many times I wanted to quit and walk away. There have been so many times I thought it's not worth it even if they pay you a lot, because it's difficult, it's an emotional journey. It's dealing with people. I'm standing in the back and I'm watching people's reactions. Some people excited about things, other people, you can see their head thinking, what are they here for? And you know, across the board, all the different emotions that are in this room. And so I want to tell you who I'm looking for, who we're talking to tonight. You know, I love people that say, I want to get started in network marketing. If I could make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, I'd be really happy. Oh, that's great. We love you. That's awesome. That's not who I'm talking to. And then there's the person that came here and said, it has to be perfect. It better be perfect because they need me. If it's not perfect, I don't want to do it. I'm going to walk away. Well, that's not what we're talking to either. We're talking to the person that says, I want something that's going to be here, something that when they say they're going to do something, they do it, where when I build it, it's going to be there, where it's something I can be proud of, and I want to change my life financially forever. I don't ever want to be broke again, or I don't want to live under somebody else's rules. I want to do it big. That's who I'm looking for. I'm going to tell you, in a room this size, there are probably only a few people that actually mean it when they say it. And when we talk to that person, everyone else, that's great. I love you. I'm glad you're here tonight. Don't worry, it's almost over, so wherever you have to go next, you can go. But for that person, that woman or that man that is sitting there saying, this is mine. This is the one I'm going to take to the top. Welcome to Momentis, because we're coming, and it's going to be big. And over the next 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years, everyone will know our name, and everybody's going to know that we're going to do great things. But it's not because we're talking about it. It's not because that's why we do it. It's because it makes so much sense. You know, when we brought Momentis, when we started Momentis, I'll give you guys a quick background story, because most people, unless you actually met me, you might probably don't know the real story. Maybe you didn't report it enough, everybody's seen it, I don't know. But this was not born out of just an idea, like a bunch of wealthy guys getting together going, oh, we're going to put this together and it works. It was actually born out of desperation that my family had, and a good friend of mine, because he was having problems. He had started a company called Ignite, which is like the example of what network marketing can be at someday. A company that he started in 2004, by 2007 was doing $800 million a year in turnover. And so he would think, well, why would he ever start it again? Well, that's exactly what I thought. Because when he came to me in 2009 and said, let's do something together, I tried to talk him out of it. I literally told him it was crazy. But my family, I had lived the dream in network marketing. I'm not exaggerating. I have found great people so much better at this business than me, So I had made money all the way through, and then I thought one day, I said, you know what, I'm going to start my own. And when I started my own, within 6 months, we had lost everything in my family. So bad that I didn't have enough money to hang on to the house I was in. You ever see that foreclosure stuff going on in the U.S.? Yeah. That was my story. You know, one day I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, went out to get my car to go build Momentis, actually, and my car was gone. And so I went back in, I was going to call the cops, but next door was the sheriff. And I called him and I said, hey man, they stole my car last night. And he goes, Andy, it was a tow truck. And I said, well, what does that mean? He said, they stole my car with a tow truck? And they came to get it. I thought, you gotta be kidding. They came to get my car, man. I lost my car, I lost my house, I lost it all. And I'll tell you, I lived the dream. Some people in this room would trade everything to have what I had in networking before I started my own. I'm talking about residual income of top 1% in the world. It was crazy, but I always thought that we could do it bigger and better. From that day, from that desperation of losing everything, when my buddy Chris Downhall called me and he said, hey, I want to go do this. I want you to be in charge of the rep side. I want you to go out and do this. You can be a vice president. I said, no, man, I want to be a rep. And all I ask is that you mean what you say and I'll mean what I say. From that day, we launched April 17, 2010. We launched in Toronto, Canada, in just Toronto, Canada, in one area. We had 71 people a few people had invited a few people. We ran some ads in the paper. 71 people showed up to that event. The 71 people that stood there, we stood at the end and we said, okay, it's free to join Momentis. Everyone in here, at the very first meeting, you get in for free. 31 people signed up. That means 40 people left without accepting the free business. They walked out. I remember saying to people, wait, no, it's over here. The line's over here to get in. And they're like, no, they kept going right out the door. Out of those 31 people, the next week when I flew back to Toronto, I called them, 9 people answered the phone. That means the other ones didn't even answer my call. From those 9, 3 set up a meeting. From those 3, we built our first 16 months with that guy's the CEO, me in the business, and out in the field working every day, grinding it. My first check as an independent rep in Momentis, don't worry, hopefully this won't happen to anybody here, was $50. And I was flying from Fort Myers, Florida to Toronto to work. I had no money. I told you how broke I was. So I was staying in a hotel. I had literally, to my name, I had been consulting, I had $9,800 some odd dollars. That was gone in the first 4 weeks. My next check after $50 was $75. My next check, $125. It was my 4th week, we made about 600, actually my first 5 weeks made about 600 bucks. I went home and my wife said, what part of living the dream are we at? She walked out of the room, came back and said, what are you teaching people in Toronto? Because it's not working. Whatever, it doesn't translate to any money that's being made. I said, baby, this is the one. Because if we can get this message, we get through the hard times, on the other side of that, through this hard work and this right idea, I just knew this idea was right. Everything I've ever done, everything I am to this moment has led to that. If you have a common sense approach to services, meaning there's not just one service that's going to be the winner. It takes a suite of services. Services people use every month, they're already paying. So if they do walk away from network marketing, you don't lose your residual income. They don't remember to even cancel their services. And I knew if we had some services that make sense on the environmental issues, things that people can get behind, knowing they're doing something, not just saving money or making money, but actually having some significance. I knew if we had a compensation plan that could pay people, not just for the bonuses for doing the business, but create a real residual income so that there's an end game to this, that people have a chance to walk away. I kept preaching this to Amy, and Amy would say, all right, baby, you can do it, you can do it. And every Tuesday morning, I'd get up, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd get on my flight at 7 o'clock to Miami, back up to Toronto, and I'd come back Saturday night or Sunday. And I'd be home for that one day with my beautiful family that I miss so much. And every Tuesday morning before I would leave, my wife started saying something to me, and it changed my life. Not only had I been in such a rough situation that I was just sick being like that. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Don't shake your head if you know what I'm talking about. But you know what it's like to feel like you're living under where you should live. That you don't have the kind of money you believe that you were supposed to have in this world. That you're not having the kind of life that it's going by and you're watching it going, how can this be mine? What happened? Where did I get derailed from my dreams kind of deal? And she says to me on Tuesday morning, every morning I'd get out of the car and she'd look at me and she'd say, baby, if you're going to be gone from us, make it count. Make it count. So by the time I got to Toronto, I was so emotionally ready when anybody would sit in front of me. I remember this old lady coming in Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon after I got there. I get to the meeting, and it's just one lady and I. This lady's probably 75 years old. And I am so ready to attack her. So intense and ready, right? I'm like, you you gotta do this with her. She's like, oh my gosh, please, just relax. Don't I'm probably gonna have a heart attack. Because I wasn't talking about where the company was located. I wasn't talking about how much our services cost. I wasn't talking about the fee to get in. I wasn't. They have the aptitude and skills to be leaders here, and they have the hunger to do it. We'll be choosing them to be a part of our TPC from the European TPC. And so we can have direct input from you in the field. All of your families will be represented at the corporate level. We never want to be thought of as a corporation that doesn't listen to the field. I've been a part of those that doesn't work. So we've talked about, we have the Olympics. You guys have the Olympics starting next week, right? And then you've got, I know in the bypass experience that you guys have the greatest thing going on here in Europe where everybody takes off basically the month of August for holidays, like the end of July and August. So we were looking for the right date to do this because everything I ever want to do as CEO is to create momentum for you. I don't want to start something, stop it, start it, stop it. So we said August 24th will be the day that we will launch Momentis. For all of you that are looking at me right now with the daggers in your eyes, do you want to start? I told you, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to do what's right for the company. We're going to do what's right for you long term. And when we do launch, just know now that then it's on. And from that day forward, how we're going to take advantage of this. People have asked how we're going to transition people that are in the back office that are signed up for free. Because, look, some people, it's been a couple months since they got started or they put their name in there. We're going to come up with the system so that people don't get penalized. If somebody wants to start, another person doesn't, and somebody wants to start on them, we want you to benefit the most. People that stick with us, that are leaders, we'll find a way to make it work for you the most advantageous way for you, the independent reps that are here in the UK. But we're not going to penalize people. If somebody says a couple weeks after we launch, okay, now I'm ready to get going, now I'll get started, we're going to find a way to fit them in here too so that you'll have, your teams will grow. One of the things that you'll find about me is that I am totally fluid when it comes to our representatives. You know, you guys work so hard. I know what it's like to do this business. It's a tough business. It can be very difficult at times, especially in new territories like launches and things. So we're always on your side. As a matter of fact, at our corporate office in Dallas, we have a standing order. If somebody misses one of our bonuses or one of our promos that people know us for so much, and somebody misses it by a couple days, or maybe they have a glitch in the system and a customer they thought was coming on, grandma forgot to call in and become that customer, whatever it is, we have a standing order that we say yes when they call in. Can you give me the money anyway? I said, answer yes, always. We are not trying to get your money or your customer without paying you. As a matter of fact, I believe why Momentis has created so much momentum in such a short period of time is because we're known as the company that pays. We're known as the company that will find a way to pay you, not find a way not to pay you. It's going to be the exact same feeling here in the UK. You know, our job is not to be the fastest growing company when we launch. Our job is to be the biggest and the best